Dear students, I, Mrs. Neeta Ivle, once again welcomes you in the expert lecture series. Since last lecture, we are solving sample question paper. Friends, I mean a sample question paper for the subject Organization of Commerce and Management carrying 80 marks. The paper which we are going to solve is set as per Secondary and Higher Secondary Board guidelines and instructions. We have seen how to solve question number 1 to 4 in last lecture. Question number 1 is of objective type question carrying 20 marks. Question number 2 is explain the terms. Question number 3 is study the following case or situation and express your opinion. And the question number 4 is distinguish between. Now today we are going to discuss how to solve question number 5, 6, 7 and 8 of board question paper for the subject Organization of Commerce and Management. Let's see what is question number 5. It is answer in brief. Each question carries 4 marks. You are going to solve any 2 questions out of 3 for 4 marks each. Now see, the question carries 4 marks. So you have to write at least 4 points for each question. You should start with introduction, meaning, definition, etc. I would like to suggest you to give at least 5 to 6 points with proper explanation. You may have specific question here as write any 4 principles of management given by Henry Fayol. In this case, you should write only 4 principles with proper suitable explanation. But in case you did not find the words like only 4, then write 5 to 6 points with adequate explanation. Got it? Now see, the first question, explain any 4 principles of management given by Henry Fayol. Second one is state 4 life insurance policies. Here also we are going to explain only 4 insurance policies. Explain in detail the significance of marketing to the society. Here we did not find the words only 4. So here we will write 5 to 6 points. Now we will see one by one. The first question is explain any 4 principles of management given by Henry Fayol. The first principle is principle of division of work, then principle of authority and responsibility, then principle of discipline, and fourth one is given here, principle of unity of command. You know that in our textbook there are 14 principles. You may write any 4 of them. Okay, now see the second one. The second question is state 4 insurance policies, life insurance policies. Now here the 4 policies are given: whole life policy, endowment insurance policy, term insurance policy, annuity policy, etc. Now see, you have to explain each policy in detail. Now the third question in answer in brief is about significance of marketing to the society. Now see, here we do not find the words any 4. So you will give 5 to 6 points. The first point is increase in standard of living, provides employment, decreases distribution cost, consumer awareness, increase in national income, and managing consumer expectations. Explanation should be in proper words and to the point. Now see, we will move further to the question number 6. Question number 6 is justify the following statements. Each statement carries 4 marks here. Total number of sub-questions are 4 and you have to attempt any 2 for 4 marks each. You have to apply reasoning ability here. You are expected to write at least 4 points in support of each statement. You just have to explain 4 logical points to support the given statement. Obviously, if you have understood the unit properly, you can answer the question easily. Now see which 4 statements are given here. Principle of equity is important. An entrepreneur must be an innovator. Warehousing is important and there is a need of branding to get recognition among the consumers. We will go one by one. First is principle of equity is important. We have to write why principle of equity is important, right? So here I have given some points. Let's see them. The principle suggests that employer should give kind, fair, just and equal treatment to the employees. Manager should be kind, impartial and fair to the subordinates. The principle further states that there should not be any discrimination between the employees while making the payment of wages. The employees working on the same level but in different departments should be paid the same wages. Next one is, the principle also states that there should not be any discrimination between the employees while distributing work between them as far as possible. There should be an equal distribution of work. Thus, equality in the treatment of employees boosts morale and develops a sense of belongingness among the employees. It helps to develop loyalty of employees towards the organizations and avoid conflict. Now the second statement is, an entrepreneur must be a good conductor, a good communicator. An entrepreneur needs to communicate effectively with different people like consumers, suppliers, creditors, employees, etc. from time to time. He should have good communication skill and command over the language he speaks. He should be able to express his ideas and strategies effectively. Good communication skills means proper understanding between sender and the receiver of the message. So in this way we will give 4 points. And lastly we will say, so an entrepreneur must be a good communicator. See which the third statement is. Warehousing is important. The warehousing is generally used to denote all those activities which are concerned with the storage of goods in a warehouse. In modern days, there is a time gap between the production of goods and their distribution. Agricultural goods are produced seasonally but consumed throughout the year. It is necessary to store them in large quantities. Some goods may require to be stored for conditioning and processing. Some perishable goods are preserved in cold storage so that the quality remains as it is. Next one is, warehousing plays an important role in price stabilization. It helps to protect the goods from theft, damage, etc. that is further risk. Warehouses nowadays provide facilities like packing, processing, grading, etc. Warehousing is necessary to facilitate the dispersion of goods from the production center to different markets. Warehousing is essential to hold the stock of goods till they have suitable demand. We can say, so warehousing is important. Now the fourth one is, there is a need of branding to get recognition among the consumers. Now in first point, you must give the meaning of branding. A name, design, term, symbol, sign, numericals or combinations of them given to the product to identify the goods or services of the manufacturer and to differentiate them from those of competitors is called brand. Branding therefore means giving a distinctive identity to a product. A registered brand is called a trademark. Trademark cannot be copied by other firms. Branding is done mostly for manufactured goods. Brands are very effective for wide publicity. Effectively established brands increase the value of business in the industry. A good brand expands the business and create a positive impact on the business and consumers. The customers attract to the products are assured and loyalty by using branded products. Strong branding helps to generate new customers and maintain existing and regular customers. Branding helps the product and producers to get recognition among the consumers. Branding facilitates advertising and price control. Branded goods enjoy a wide market as the necessity or personal inspection or sample is avoided. By registering his brand, a businessman can protect his products from imitation. Branding helps to get new business and increase brand awareness in the market. It creates trust in the minds of customers, potential customers, and people. The consumers prefer to do business with a company that has a professional brand name in the market. So, there is a need of branding to get recognition among the consumers. In this way, we have completed question number 6. Let's see what is question number 7. Question number 7 is, attempt the following. The question is for 5 marks each, so at least 5 points are expected. Here in detail, you have to write the answer in this question. There are 3 sub-questions. Out of 3, you have to solve any 2 sub-questions of 5 marks each. Friends, minimum 5 to 6 points are expected here. You must start with introduction, meaning, definition, etc. See what are the questions. Explain the importance of controlling. Next one is, what is social responsibility of commercial organization towards consumers? And the third one is, state rights of the consumers. We will see one by one. The first one is importance of controlling. We have given points in the textbook. From those, you will write any 6 to 7 points. Fulfill goals of organization. Next, making effective and efficient utilization of resources. Next one is accuracy of standards, motivates employees, ensures order and discipline, facilitates coordination, psychological pressure. Now friends, I have given here just points, but in exam you have to give proper explanation for each point. Okay. Now next one is social responsibility of commercial organization towards consumers. Good quality products, fair prices, consumers' safety, honest advertising, after-sales services, research and development, good quality products, etc. Next one is rights of consumers. Friends, this is one of the favorite question of paper setter, so you must prepare this question by your heart. Right to safety, right to information, right to choose, right to be heard, right to consumer education, right to represent, right to redress, and right to healthy environment. In this way, we have completed question number 7. Let's see question number 8. Question number 8 is long answer type question. There will be 2 sub-questions of 8 marks each. Any one has to be solved. But note that elaborated explanation is expected here as each question carries 8 marks. You must write introduction meaning in your own words. Explanation with suitable examples of given question is also expected here. The question gives freedom of explanation to you in this particular question. See what are the questions. What is services? Explain in detail different business services. Now friends, we have chapter number 4, which is business services, and this question is from that chapter. Second one is explain in detail 7 P's of marketing. This is from 8th chapter. Okay. Now see how you will present the answer. You must write introduction, then definition and meaning of the business services first. A service is an act of performance that one party can offer to another that is essentially intangible and does not result in the ownership of anything. Its production may or may not be tied to a physical product. This definition is given by Philip Kotler. The second definition is given by American Marketing Association. Activities, benefits, or satisfactions which are offered for sale or provided in connection with the sale of goods. So you can give any one of these definitions and you must give explanation in 4-5 lines. Then you will explain 5 business services. These are banking, insurance, transport, warehousing, and communication. You must explain in your own words and you must give detailed of each service. The second question is explain in detail 7 P's of marketing. While writing the question, you must start with introduction, definition, and meaning of 7 P's of marketing. Then you must explain all marketing mix properly. Product, price, place, promotion, people, process, physical environment. These are the 7 P's of marketing. Friends, today we solved question number 5, 6, 7 and 8 of this sample question paper. You should go through again to understand the paper pattern and to get idea about how to write paper. If you have any doubt, you can ask it. From next lecture, we will go through each chapter and understand important points and concepts from them. Thank you for watching today's lecture attentively.